Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Sasha, and on this channel, we explore African spirituality, manifestation, and overall spiritual concepts to elevate ourselves. So you've probably heard things like you create your own reality or just manifest it and it's yours. But what if your life was written before you even got here? What if your ancestors, your soul, your higher self already mapped everything out? So in this video today, we are going to explore the tension, but also the harmony between manifestation culture, at least in the modern times, and the African spiritual belief in destiny. Can you truly create your life, or are you here to remember it? So in modern manifestation spaces like New Age or Western approaches, the idea is that your thoughts and feelings attract your experiences. Okay. You will hear phrases like what you focus on expands. If you believe it, you can receive it. Your vibe attracts your tribe, and all those catchy Pinterest or Instagram quotes, right? The different techniques, right, that I love, by the way. So scripting, visualization, vision boards, acting as if, affirmations, 3-6-9 method, quantum jumping, like I can go on and on and on. All of these are built on the idea that you have full power to shape your reality. And it sounds empowering, right? To a degree, because it is, until it clashes with something deeper. In many of our African spiritual systems, you come to earth with a destiny. In Yoruba, it's called Ori, your spiritual head that's chosen before birth. Among the Akan people, it's Ntoro, the spiritual essence passed down through your father's side. In ancient Kemet, which is ancient Egypt, it's Ka, so that's your vital essence or your soul's double. These systems believe you choose your destiny before coming here. So it's not necessarily every single little detail, but the overall assignment that you were brought here to do. So that means, right, our life paths are not random, and it's not necessarily all up to you. There is purpose, there is a structure, and there is a divine order too. So you still have free will, but it's all about aligning, not necessarily forcing outcomes. So here's where things kind of get a little bit sticky. Modern manifestation culture often says you can be, do, have anything. African spirituality says, yes, those are true, but only if it's aligned with your destiny. So if you're trying to manifest something that isn't part of your soul's blueprint, it might feel like you are constantly hitting a wall. So you are doing all those techniques that you know, saying affirmations, doing the rituals, staying positive, but nothing is working. So that doesn't mean that you're broken or you're doing the wrong thing. It just simply means that you are off path. And in African thought, it's not about creating anything from scratch. It's about remembering who you are and walking in that too. I was telling my Black Girls Who Don't Pray group on Patreon, link in bio, and shout out to them as well, that I have tried so many things to find my purpose, especially within my career. And I went through the darkest of holes because I was forcing what wasn't meant to be. And I was ignoring my destiny that was actually really loud since I was at least 10 years old. And I was essentially putting myself through unnecessary struggle to silence the noise. But I can tell you this, you cannot silence your destiny. It's there, and it will only become louder with time. Essentially, dismissing your destiny means you'll be living a lie, essentially. And I know it sounds extreme. I'm not trying to fearmonger here. It sounds extreme when I say it like that, but it is that serious on a spiritual level. And our destiny is tied to so many different things in life. It doesn't have to be your professional life, like mine necessarily. It could be your personal life, like your relationships, your family, and creating a family, becoming a mother, a father, and so on. That could be your destiny. It could even be with your friendships too, right? It could be like on a big global scale. Maybe you're supposed to be a superstar singer like Beyonce, influencing and empowering people all over the world. It could be something like, a political thing as well. So your destiny doesn't have to be a loud thing like, this is my destiny, I'm working in my destiny, making money from my destiny and purpose, and so on. It's not always like that. Your destiny could be, as I said, to be a good parent and to bring souls earthside. It could be your destiny to maybe make people laugh, but not necessarily in a comedic way and being a professional comedian. It could just be making your family laugh, your coworkers laugh, spreading that nice energy. Because as you know, laughter creates a very high vibration in people. So here's the beauty when it comes to modern manifestation culture and African beliefs. It's not necessarily you have to choose one. And that's where my life's work, my destiny comes in. Manifestation works best when it's aligned in your destiny. So African spiritualists use different tools like divination. So if it's Ifa, if it's cowrie shells, and also dreams and dream interpretation, ancestor communication to essentially ask, what is my path? What is the timing? Am I in alignment? And then once all of that is clear, then you act. So in other words, the modern Western world says, create your life, but we say align with what's already yours. And that's the biggest difference, I would say. Both are powerful, but one is rooted in culture and with spiritual humility and cosmic intelligence. So what do you do with this? Here is how I blend both worlds in my work. So first of all, it's clarity before creation. You don't just decide what I want necessarily. You can feel what you want, but you can also ask, is this mine? And as I say this, I also acknowledge that, not all of us have the resources to get divination done right away, or, not sure how to even go about it, or maybe have bad experiences in the past where you feel a little bit unsure and unsafe when it comes to working with diviners and spiritualists. I know there's a lot of scammers out there as well, but that's okay. One thing I would suggest is actually trial and error. So that's, a really simple way to know if you are in alignment or not. And, and to see if what you're looking to manifest is actually a part of your destiny. So very simply, just try. If you feel like it is, try it out and time will eventually tell. And trial and error is also a really spiritual experience also. This is something I also really encourage too. So sometimes I look back at my own experiences and, my trial and error, and I'm like, oh my God, I wasted so much time and so many years. But then I also look back and I'm grateful for that experience and for those experiences, because I've had so many, because I learned a lot about what was not for me. And in that way, that is a form of divination too. That way it's also ancestral connection, because at the end of the day, you have to live. And some experiences our ancestors will, some divinations, I would say, our ancestors would actually block for us because they want us to experience it ourselves. Lived experience is also spiritual. For example, a few times I've done some cowrie shell divination, but the answers would be extremely blurry. Like the answer would be maybe, try it out. I would even have different readers, even tarot readers and so on. And I'd ask a clear question and the cards would just block it and say, find out for yourself. And it was just so screamingly obvious to me that my spirit team wanted me to actually engage in these lessons. And the beauty of this is that you really get to know yourself, therefore trust yourself and your higher self. So this is also a form. This is, as I said, it's also a spiritual experience, and it's okay to do so. So the next way to know if you are in alignment or if you are manifesting what you should be is just the ancestral connection. As I mentioned earlier, altar work, ancestral work, rituals, talking to them, building a relationship with your ancestors, messages can also be very clear in that way too. And the next one would be, use those manifestation techniques that you know. I absolutely love visualization. I do it almost every single night and morning, and sometimes during the day too. I do a lot of scripting as well. So visualization and scripting would be my most favorite tools to use to manifest as well. I have also made a few vision boards too, and that's something that I actually want to do more of. And of course, affirmations and acting as if, declarations as a form of prayer. That's it, but I'm not doing it from an ego point of view. It's more so the alignment. And then I also trust that I am here to remember and not to force things. And that is how I manifest the African way. So just to close off this video, I just want to remind you that you're not powerless at all. And you're also not random, and you're not here randomly for no reason, even though sometimes it may feel like it. Your life is both yours to co-create, and it's also yours to discover or rediscover. So let me know in the comments, have you ever tried to manifest something and it just wouldn't happen, no matter what? And what do you think? Was it never meant for you, or did something else block it? Were you doing the wrong techniques? What do you think? Talk to me. And if this video resonated, please share it with someone else who may find it useful too. And I have all my links in the bio if you want to work with me one-on-one, so you can also explore the different tools and ways that we manifest the African way. I have my Manifesting the African Way 101 one-on-one course on my website, link in bio too. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, you are not creating a new life from scratch. It's all about returning to the one that your soul already chose. See you guys in the next video. Bye.